when a list of diseases is given, you have to identify which one is a disease caused by bacteria and virus causing diseases, and in some cases fungal causing diseases. So in order to differentiate between different pathogenic conditions, I selected some list of diseases. These are the common diseases caused by bacteria. Yeah, Akshat, I'll explain each and everyone. Just a brief note I'll give to everyone. Okay. Tetanus is not caused by fungi. We'll discuss that, Ronak. Tetanus is caused by bacteria. We'll discuss that also. Okay. Yeah. So now when you take tooth decay, generally everyone know how we have to maintain the dental hygiene in order to prevent tooth decay. So what is the pathogen which causes the rotting of roots of the teeth, what we call gums of the teeth, and the kind of bad odor which will be produced if you won't clean your mouth after eating your meal, something like that. That's all because of the Streptococcus bacteria. Okay, here for every pathogen name we are having two words. See, the first word I'm showing the slide, the Streptococcus. That's a bacteria, and under Streptococcus you are having different species, among which mutans is the one which causes tooth decay. You're having another Streptococcus in the same list. See here, pneumonia. Pneumonia is caused by Streptococcus bacteria only, but another species by name pneumoniae. So every pathogenic organism, here two words are given. First word is the actual bacteria name. And second word designates the species name. Okay. So here Streptococcus, if you take Streptococcus mutans causes tooth decay, whereas Streptococcus pneumoniae causes pneumonia. Okay. Brownish layer on teeth, that's not caused by the bacteria actually. Ronak, the brownish layer on teeth which will be caused by the plaques developed due to improper washing of mouth and teeth. That's not because of the bacterial growth actually. That's why when you go for a dentist, when you visit a dentist, they prefer to take some medicine, or they'll go for a treating your teeth with whitening agents. So that removes only the accumulated plaque. We use the term accumulated plaque. Yes, Akshat. Accumulated plaque, but that's not because of the Streptococcus mutant. Streptococcus mutans is causing tooth decay. I mean, the root or the gum part of the teeth gets affected, and that ultimately results in infection of the teeth, which we call tooth decay. And not general the brownish layer or plaque. All these are not because of the Streptococcus mutant. Proper brushing also, teeth won't get into a normal color because of the climate conditions. But here we have enough of sunlight and sunny days around the year. So no need to go for mouthwash for Indians especially. There was a misconception. We usually follow the Western culture, but that's not at all needed for us. We will get enough of vitamin D. Okay? Yeah, that's okay. Now, when you come to the next disease, Lyme disease. Now, Lyme disease is caused by Borrelia. This Borrelia word, bacteria list I gave Borrelia. Borrelia is a bacteria name. Now, Lyme disease is caused because of the tick mite. I mean, a prevention method, if you take protection from tick bite, what does it indicate? Because of the tick bite, you will get infection, red color infection on the skin. That's called Lyme disease. Nothing more than that. So that causes itching and ultimately reddening of skin. So that's called Lyme disease. Okay. Now tetanus. Tetanus, how we can prevent tetanus? Now present we are having vaccination. See, about tetanus, I just want to give a general awareness about tetanus. Whenever you observe yourself or any of your family members or friends were gone through a deep cut, somewhat deep cut against a rusted iron material, especially iron material which might be in rusted condition, like the nails, the grill, something like that. If you have a deep cut on the skin or even superficial cut, definitely you have to go for tetanus injection within 24 hours. Now, tetanus is a kind of condition which develops because of the superficial cut by a rusted iron. This Clostridium tetani bacteria start growing on the wounded region and infects the lower layers of the skin and gets accumulated through the blood and goes into your spinal cord and ultimately affects the whole vertebral column. Are you getting what I'm supposed to explain you about the tetanus? So you have to go for the tetanus injection, definitely within 24 hours. But when it goes beyond 24 hours, this Clostridium tetani bacteria may grow rapidly on the injured part and may cause tetanus. Okay, places tetanus vaccine is not available. For example, if you take Andhra Pradesh or here or Telangana, both the Telugu states, we don't have tetanus vaccination freely available at every pediatric or any general physician. Okay, so what I strongly prefer is, if you are gone through the vaccination schedule, even then you don't know whether the tetanus vaccine was given during your childhood days. So when you get a cut through a iron metal, okay, iron material, that is in a rusted condition. Are you getting what I'm saying? So when such kind of wound happens, within 24 hours, you have to go for tetanus injection. That's called anti-tetanus injection, intravenous. If you not able to take that tetanus injection within 24 hours, you may get infected with this Clostridium tetani bacteria. Okay, now this bacteria, what it will do is, this bacteria first, the superficial wound, it will accumulate and it will grow and reproduce under the skin, and it gets into the blood circulation, and ultimately it shows effect on the vertebral column, the spinal cord. Okay, so tetanus is a condition where you won't find fatigue. I mean, when you work for some time, your muscles will get stressed and they'll come to the normal condition after some time. That's the general body texture. The vertebral column or spinal cord texture is like that. But this bacteria will affect that fatigueness of vertebral column. So be careful. Yeah, you have to be very careful. TB is caused by bacterium, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Okay, Mycobacterium tuberculosis causes TB. So here, why I'm specifically giving a brief introduction, because you should remember by recollecting what the kind of briefing points I'm giving when you see a question related to bacterial diseases, viral diseases, fungal diseases, not just by hiding the things. Okay. Lungs, yes, Akshat. Tuberculosis is something related to lungs. This bacteria infects lungs, but we have vaccination. No problem with TB right now. But people used to die with TB during 1980s, long back. But after 3-4 decades, everything has changed. Okay. Now, Salmonella food poisoning. Remember this one, Salmonella is a bacteria name. Even though it hints like a fish name, but it's a bacteria name. Okay, that causes food poisoning. And how to prevent that, I no need to explain to you. Okay, then pneumonia. Generally, we get a misconception that pneumonia kind of flu, which will be caused by a virus, something like that. But no, pneumonia is different, and influenza flu is different. Pneumonia is an advanced stage of flu. Okay, flu is caused by virus, influenza virus. But pneumonia is caused by streptococcus pneumoniae as a species name, bacteria. Okay. Kavya, what's that? How does tuberculosis infect? Tuberculosis, there are several ways the lungs get infected with mycobacteria. See, every time you watch a movie or something like that, you will get ads. No, not with water. Yeah, pneumonia you may get with water or even with food also. Air, I'm not sure, Ronak, about pneumonia. So are we discussing about pneumonia? Just a moment. First, let me explain the tuberculosis which Kavya had asked. Then I'll come to pneumonia. Okay, is that okay? Otherwise, both of you get confused. Just let me explain about the pneumonia first. First tuberculosis I'll explain, then I'll come to pneumonia. Okay. Now, when you take tuberculosis, this bacteria, mycobacterium, generally we'll see most of the ads, how the lungs gets infected when you chew tobacco or you have a habit like smoking, something like that. In such conditions, your lungs, outer layers of mucus thing that which makes the lungs protective covering, we call it as mucus layer, that gets degraded. And because of that degradation around the lungs layer, some kind of bacteria becomes susceptible in infecting the lungs, like the mycobacteria. Usually mycobacteria will not infect the lungs, but when you have this kind of chewing tobacco and taking alcohol, having a smoking habit, all these conditions will, what they make is, they'll make the outer protective mucus layer of lungs get diminished, because of which this bacteria, mycobacterium, can enter into the lungs and infects them, causing TB. This is how it happens. Radha and Ronak, they are asking pneumonia. Pneumonia, there is a wrong idea. Like usually what we think is because of the bad air, because of the bad quality of water or food, we will get pneumonia. Yeah, definitely that's one reason. Other than that, pneumonia is an advanced stage of flu virus infection. It's like, see, two enemies attacking at the same time. When one enemy attacks, you will get injured a little bit. When two enemies attack at a time, there will be a huge injury, isn't it? The same thing happens here with pneumonia especially. When you take the influenza virus, that virus causes flu. Now, when at the same time, when you're having flu diseased condition, this pneumonia causing streptococcus pneumoniae bacteria attacks your body. At the same time, when influenza virus attack, you may develop an advanced diseased condition called pneumonia. So this is actually what pneumonia causing bacteria. Okay, how it will be maintained. How it will maintain by good health. Good health means what? Taking good quality of air, taking good water and food habits, and taking care of your good health. So this is how you can stop pneumonia. But if you are already infected with influenza virus and then this bacteria infects, even if you maintain good health also, pneumonia can't be blocked. Okay, is that clear about the pneumonia? So it's not like, as Veda said, water, and Ronak said air, food. All these are different ways through which pneumonia can be attacked. But basic idea behind pneumonia is advanced stage of viral infection. When along with viral infection, the bacterial infection happens, you'll develop pneumonia. Clear? Still any doubts? So also here my total idea is to give brief note on every bacteria name, so that it's not a style of just you'll mug up or by heart the bacteria name. Instead of that, understand what the bacteria cause this is, and what kind of symptoms you may observe and how they can be prevented. That's my total idea behind presenting this particular slide. Okay.